Okay, so my exercise, or the first exercise which I will focus upon, will be the first exercise for the QuickBook, which is definitely the first one on your white book. So I'll be doing an exercise based on J Supermarket, and then this is the detail which basically we have been given in order for us to be able to complete the steps on how to create the company file. So to quickly start with that, you will definitely have to have the QuickBook application. And to access that, you can just go to search and you can quickly type on a QuickBook, and definitely the application will be displayed on your laptop or computer. So as soon as you open the application, then you will have the QuickBook application. So to start with that, you have several options that you can definitely start with. The first one, I can quickly just go to File, click on New, or you can definitely go to this open small tiny box, go to where it says create a new company file, click on the option, and then this will take you to this specific section. And then as soon as you're here, you will have two options also on how you can definitely go with your company file by definitely clicking on express start, but I recommend you to go to advanced setup. You click on the button, and then definitely you will have this section which will be displayed. So according to the data which have been given on this section, which says create the company file with J Supermarket, where it says company file, you will definitely write J Supermarket in there, and then you can definitely choose to make the same name as your company file as a legal name, which you can just click tab on the keyboard, and then you will have the same name which is being displayed on the legal name. So I will just stick to Supermarket as my legal name for that. And then as for the address, you will definitely think of any address that you might definitely want to use in there. So I'm gonna go for Murula Street, city. I'm gonna focus on Mabopani, and then zip code. I'm gonna put my code in there for Mabopani, definitely. Phone number, I will definitely just put my numbers in there. I meant to say 64 511 7048. And then province, you will definitely select your province if ever it will be displayed in there, but for on my side basically I can't find mine. So you might have the other option in there, or you might have the AK, any of the options which might be there which relates with yours. You'll definitely click on that, but I'm going to focus on the first setting. And then country, you will definitely scroll down slowly, look for the country which basically it's aligned with yours, click on it, and then, well, I can just change that maybe to Gauteng just to be fair. Gauteng. And then fax number, you will definitely be given a fax number in there, so you can just like go with any specific number of your choice which are assigned as your fax number. So I'm gonna focus on 64 511 7048 as my numbers to reflect in terms of the fax number. Website, I will definitely focus on email address. I'm gonna focus on the domain name, which basically I'm using Supermarket, so I will say J at Supermarket, which is the current name that we're using for the store.co.za. And then the website will be the domain name also, but it will start with www.supermarket.co.za. So this is the first step in terms of how to create your company information or the company profile. As soon as you're done with that, you go down, you click where it says next, and then that will take you to the second step, which is this one right here. So as soon as you get here, it says select your industry. The industry, basically it's based on what is your company all about and what option that you need to select in order to deal with a QuickBook application. So judging from the data that have been given, we are definitely selling products on our store. So it has to be a shop because this is J Supermarket. So in other words, this is definitely a store which will be used to sell this specific item. So to go with that, you will definitely have to scroll down, look for a name which basically it's aligned with the option or the industry that you are definitely dealing with. So on my side, I'm gonna focus on retail, shop, or commerce, or online commerces. As soon as you have that, click on it and then click on next, and then this will take you to this section which says how is your company organized. So I'm not gonna touch this for now. I'm gonna focus on other and none. We'll definitely talk about that as soon as we're inside the application of a QuickBook. Then quickly click on next, and then here it says select the fiscal month of your fiscal year. So judging from the content that we've been given here on top, here it says the start date of the company, it should be June. So there's no date and the year in there. So I recommend you to definitely focus on the current year, but the month, select the one that has been given to you, with its June. That's why you will definitely select your fiscal year. And then as soon as you're done, click on next, and then this will definitely take you to this section where you are asked to definitely create a password on your application. So I'm gonna make my own password. And just like that, I think I'm done. And then you will definitely make yours, or maybe otherwise they might ask you to use a specific password. Definitely use that password if ever the question requests you to use the password. But this is what I made. So I'm gonna click next, and then here it says create your company file. So just like that, I'm gonna click next also, and then this will take me to the section where I will have to save the company profile. So to go with that, you will have to select the location where you want to save your company profile. You can click on desktop, which will take you to desktop, and then you will decide where you want to store that company file. So I recommend you to go to your desktop and then quickly click on this brown icon that says create folder. Click on that brown icon and then quickly give that specific brown icon a specific name, which you will definitely store your content upon. It can be your name or whatever name that you might recommend to use to store your data upon. So I'm gonna name it QuickBook, and then I will definitely leave it as it is. I'm gonna open that QuickBook folder, and then here I'm having the file name, which is the company name. I will leave it as J Supermarket. I'm gonna click save on that, and then just like that, the company name will quickly be stored on that QuickBook folder on my desktop. So just like that, that's how you create a company file. Just a second. Good. So we now have the company file, which is definitely being created, and then we'll have the easy steps interview that will definitely finalize your steps of having the QuickBook running before you start working. So those steps, they start with customize QuickBook for your business, meaning that you'll have to click next on that. After you read checked everything in there, definitely click on next, and then here it says what do you sell. So definitely we are selling products, but you might never know. I mean, things do change, so definitely just focus on both service and products. That will give you the access to be able to sell both services as well as product on the same industry that you have selected previously. So as soon as you're done with that, next as well, and then here it says how will you enter your sales inside the QuickBooks. So sales basically are the people that will be running your business on your behalf. So to go with that, I'm going to focus on record each sales individually, meaning each and every time I hire a person, I will have the access to record that person or register the person inside the application to keep record of whatever the person is hired for in the system. So I'm going to click next on that as soon as I use the first one. Number two, do you sell products online? Definitely, we do have the link for the website. So I'm going to say I currently sell online. I'm going to click next. And then here it says, do you charge sales tax? So yeah, depending on how you sell your item. So I recommend you to leave this as yes. And if you are on a business, definitely all the numbers or the digits that will be requested of you, you'll definitely enter all those specific content in there, the PST or the QST number. You'll definitely put that number in there. But because I'm just pushing the lesson, I'm going to skip those two sections, but you will have both numbers on your side. So I'm going to click on next in there, and then where it says do you want to create an estimate, yes, we do need an estimate. I hope you do remember what estimates basically are being used for. So you click on yes on that, and then definitely go to next. Once you're done, Tracking customers orders in QuickBooks, yes, we need that. Leave it as a yes. Please remember to check all the content in your steps. Read each steps and understand more what basically that it's all about. So I'm going to leave it as yes. I'm going to click on next. Using statement in QuickBooks, as I said, read everything and understand before you go to yes or no. But on my side, because I understand everything, I'm going to say yes, I need to have the access to create invoices and print those statements or monthly statements inside the QuickBook. So I'm going to click next on that. Use a progress invoicing. Yes, I need that. Click next. After yes, definitely. And then managing bills you owe, it's yes and next. Do you print checks? That will depend on how the business basically is operating, but I'm gonna focus on yes, I do print checks for now. And then next, tracking inventory in QuickBooks. Yes, I will be doing that. As soon as I buy the items through my vendors, I will need to be able to choose the options, but I'm going to focus on yes. We'll talk about that as soon as I log in inside the application, which is next onwards. Then we have this option that says, do you accept a credit card? Yes, we do. We need money. So next on that. Tracking time in QuickBooks, yes, as soon as the employee signs in at a specific time which the person is hired for, yes, the system will definitely track the time period or the time record. When was the time, or sort of when was the employee assigned to start working, and when did she knock off, and then that will be recorded inside the application of a QuickBook. So it's a yes and it's next, but please do check all the options in there as well. So next. And then do you have employees? We did say we'll record each, so focus on yes, don't say no on that, because this is a store. You'll definitely have employees. Then click on next. Tracking multiple currency in QuickBooks. So yes, you are going to have to select the currency. So by clicking yes, this will open the option that is down here, which will have the access to select the currency that you'll definitely use to be able to use the currency that you are familiar with. So by clicking yes and then clicking on the drop down arrow, this will give you the access to go to other currencies, which basically by default they'll be there. So if your currency is not there, just go up, click where it says view more currencies, and then you will have tons of currencies in there. So I'm gonna quickly scroll down slowly to access one of the currency which basically it's aligned with mine. So just give me a second as I'm keep on going down. I'm looking for the ZAR. Where's the ZAR? I think we should be somewhere here. ZAR, there you are. So you click on your currency and then make sure that you click where it says make it active, and each time you close your application and reopen it, the currency for ZAR will definitely be fully active. And then once you're done, click on next, and then it will say using account in QuickBooks. So yeah, nothing major on that one. So next as well. Select the date to start tracking your finance. So this basically, it will be aligned with the fiscal month that you did select on the previous option that says select your fiscal month. So basically, if ever you want to change the date from the 1st of June, because if you do recall, we said June, but we didn't have the option to select when around June. So if ever your company will start maybe on the 3rd or the 15th of June, you go, it says use today's date. The calendar will be enabled, and then click on the calendar icon, and then you'll definitely have the option where you can definitely select your date. So month, just use the back and forward arrows. I'm gonna go back to June. If it's June 15, just click on June 15, which is Sunday, and then that will be something like that. But I won't change anything on here. I'm gonna focus on the beginning of the fiscal month, because of that's what they said. Use June. There was no date given to us, so I'm gonna focus on the beginning of this fiscal year or fiscal month, which is June the 1st, 2025. So as soon as you're done with that, definitely go to next, and then this will take you to this section. So some of the specific features which are being selected are the ones that you by default definitely access them as soon as you log in inside the application. So I recommend you to definitely mark some of the applications or features which are not definitely selected for you. So quickly select all the features that are not selected for you, and then you will definitely have them either on your home button, or you can definitely access them on other section of a QuickBook, which I will definitely walk you through that. If ever you find yourself inside the application and there's nothing which basically it's aligned with your industry, I will show you how you can definitely get that future back to your home. So as soon as you've marked everything, that means everything is okay. So what you can do now is to go to next, click on next, and then that will take you to the final step that says congrats. As soon as you're there, just go or simply click where it says go to setup, and then that will take you to this section where basically you will be asked to assign some of the details which have been given to the application. So if you check on the notes here, we have this few small tiny options which have been given. We have the name for the bank that we'll be using, which is NetBank. We have the opening balance, which is 560,000. We have the type of the account, which is going to be check account that they're going to use inside our application. So before I go further with that, note that this will only just be displayed only once in your application of a QuickBook. So to add your bank account, you go to add, click on add, and then the future will be opened. So in here, you will type that name, which is NetBank for the main account, and then you go to account number. You will definitely write the correct account number. I'm going to do something like just default one. I'm going to do like 10, 25, 11, maybe 5236, maybe something like that. And then opening balance, I think it was 560,000, should be, yeah, there. And then the opening date for the balance to be used, that will be the 1st of June. So I'm gonna go back to June the 1st. Definitely I will leave it exactly as it is. So as you can see, this is my first account. If ever I had or maybe have a different account, I'll just go there and put the name of that account. But I'm going to focus on this one for now because we only just have one account on our document. I will leave it exactly as it is in that section. So as soon as you're done with that, definitely click on next, and then that will take you here. I'm going to do no thanks. I need nothing to do with that. I'm going to go for continue, and then just like that, you will have the sections. So as for add people you do business with, add the product you're selling, I'm gonna skip those options. I recommend us to deal with this as soon as we are inside the application. So I'm gonna click on start working, and then just like that, you are done on creating the company file in a QuickBook. So once the application has signed in your laptop or computer, the first thing that you must always remember is to take the icon bar, put it on top, because if the icon bar basically it's on the left side, I would say it almost like it doesn't basically give the home button the access to display other specific features which are within the home button. So if I close this, I go to main menu, go to view, and then click on top icon bar. Your icon bar will be on top. And then if I go back to home, as you can see, I now have the access to see the account balance. But if the icon bar, it's by default on the left side of the desktop, the account balance, it's not being displayed. So I recommend you to always put your icon bar on top, and then this will give you the access to always see your home futures. And just like that, that's how you create the company file. So I will stop right there, and then I'm gonna add other content in the next coming section.